When you're broke, and I remember being broke, when you're broke, every little thing is a big drama. It's been a long time ago by a number of years, but emotionally I can remember it like it was just a moment ago. You just feel like about the time you take a step forward, somebody knocks you back too. You know, I can't get ahead for getting behind. You know? You finally get a little bit of money saved up and the stupid transmission goes out. Finally scratch up a few dollars and get the nickels out of the corner of the couch and the stupid heat and air coughs and sputters. I know. It is really hard. It really is. This thing of winning with money, getting out of debt, getting your emergency fund in place, becoming wealthy, increasing your generosity, changing your family tree. The whole process is hard, but so is being broke. I mean, so's being mediocre. I mean, normal sucks. Financially, I mean, deep in debt, worried about every little thing. Normal's awful. I just didn't like normal. I didn't want to stay there. And so even though it's hard, it's easier than normal. It's easier than mediocre. Live your whole life and your best shot is mediocre.
What now? What will you do now? Your life is what it is, period. No complaining, no adjusting to reality, no lying, no hiding, and no closing your eyes and wishing it to go away will change that. You failed. You made mistakes. You have regrets. Not everything turned out okay. Your life sucks, and you cannot change that anymore. It's too late. You had the opportunity to change it. You did. Over and over and over again. You were given one opportunity after another to make a difference in your life. But right now, you're where you are. For better or for worse, you're stuck here. You cannot go back. You cannot reset. You cannot restart. You cannot just start over anymore. So, what will you do? Will you stay stuck? Will you stay unfulfilled, unwanted, and unhappy? Will you leave your life the way it is? Or will you move on to greater things? Will you power through the difficult times? Will you hustle more than you did before? And will you push yourself to stand up once more? What will you do now? Yes, your life may be shit, but who gives a shit about that? Yes, you've had difficult times, but so did we all. Yes, the world isn't all sunshine and rainbows, but it is that way for everyone. And yes, you will get hurt again. But that does not mean your life has to stay this way. It doesn't have to stay shit. It doesn't have to stay difficult. It doesn't have to stay hard, and it doesn't have to stay painful. You can do something about it right now. But you can't do it if you keep complaining. If you move on, if you do something different today, if you push more today than you did yesterday, and if you try to be more than you were yesterday, then and only then will things change. Each and every one of us has had moments where we cried out in despair, where we were so afraid at some point that we cowered underneath the blankets, wishing all the problems and fears of the world to go away once we stand up again. But they never did. We've all wished for a sign to magically appear that will tell us what to do, where to go, and who to be. That someone had some direction for us, that someone told us what would be next when we were lost in the darkness. But no sign ever came. And we all wished that somehow, somewhere, we would reach a place where all the problems and fears would just disappear. Where nothing would be bad anymore. A place of passion, success, and happiness that would never make us face our fears again. That would never make us feel pain again. But we haven't reached that yet. Your life does not shift when you turn on the TV. It doesn't change when you sleep it over. And it won't transform if you just sit idly by and wait for something to happen. It won't change like that. There will be no signs and there will be no one to tell you what to do. This is your life. And the only thing that will ever make a difference is if you stand up and move another step forward. When you fight the odds again, when you don't give in to fear, and when you stand up to face life one more day. And it all depends on what you decide right now. You can decide to listen to another speech after this. You can decide to play another game or watch another show. And you can decide to keep looking for an easy way out, to keep wasting time and keep wondering on how you got here. Or you can decide to get off your ass and make a change. Because once you do make that change, that's when your life will transform. That is the way to reach success. That is the way to reach a greater life. That is the way to make your dreams come true. Make a change by getting up right now, by facing all your fears and all your problems, and by moving through them anyway. It won't be fucking easy all the time. You will be afraid, and you will make mistakes. But you have better things to do than be stopped by fear. You have a greater life to live than the one you are living right now. You have a calling to make your life the best that you can make it. Because you deserve it. So get off your ass. Live the life you always wanted. Take a step forward right now. And change your life.
It's worth it to fight through it. It's hard, but it's worth it.
As Harun Yahya noted, I always wonder why birds stay in the same place when they can fly anywhere on Earth. And then I ask myself the same question. As Mark Twain put it, the secret of getting ahead is getting started. And that's where people get stuck. You're literally like the bird. You could fly anywhere you want. You can go anywhere you want to go. And look, I know you've got a litany of excuses and all of them are valid. You've got a job, you can't just leave, or you don't have a job and you don't have the money. Your family is in one place. It's the only thing that you've ever known. You only speak one language. You've never traveled before. You don't have a passport. You can't afford the gas money. There are 1,000 real reasons not to go. But the truth is that none of them matter. The truth is, if you want to build something in your life, that you have to remember what Mark Twain said. You have to get started, because at the end of the day, that is literally the only thing that's holding you back. You're not moving. And once you get the simplicity of that, once you understand that you could act right now, you could say fuck all the excuses. You could stop making them. You could stop giving into them. No matter how valid they are, no matter how real they may seem, you can finally decide that you're going to get up and move, that you're going to create that momentum, that you're going to take a step, that you're going to make the demand, that you create momentum, that you get something done, that you fucking find an answer, or as Hannibal said, that you're going to find a way or make one. If you have to carve through fucking rock, do it, because humans before you have done it. And that's the simple truth. That is the simple fucking truth. And everything else is bullshit. Everything else is the weak voice in your mind holding you back and making you a less version of yourself. So I ask you, why doesn't the bird fly wherever it wants to go? Because that's all it's known? Because that's what's safe? Because that's what's comfortable? Or because it's a dumb fucking animal? What do you want to be? If this isn't the life you want to live, do something about it.